Well, good morning. It is July 31st, day 83 on the trail for me. I've left the Bald Mountain Pond lean-to and hiking northbound. Weather was okay last night. It was a little warm, actually. I think it was only down like in the low 70s, which is kind of warm for here. And in the evening, there was a nice breeze coming off the pond, and that breeze seemed to go away. And so it was, just sort of not muggy, but it would have been nice if that breeze had kept up all night. Another issue to deal with. My sleeping pad has developed a leak. Did not notice that until I, laid down and was trying to go to sleep, and like about an hour later, it's like, it doesn't feel right anymore. And yeah, sure enough, it's got a leak. So I'm gonna have to try and figure that out today or tomorrow. If I can't figure that out, fortunately, where I'm staying, the Shaw's hiker hostel has I think it's called Poets Emporium, which is like a complete outfitter. So if I absolutely need a new pad, I can get one there. So I hate to spend the money on it. I like this pad. It's fairly comfortable, but I mean, it's been through I used it, almost 90 days on this trail, and however many before that. These things don't last forever, but I was hoping it was going to last the through hike. We'll see. The plan for today, it's about 18 miles. Fortunately, not too much in the way of climbs and descents, although I think there's about 2,000 feet in either way. It's all smaller stuff, except for right near the end. We've got some hilly stuff right there getting into Monson. So it shouldn't be too bad, just hill, just roots and rocks and mud. But maybe we'll get some actual, decent trail, and I can go a little bit faster for a while. But just, sort of looking at it, looked like lots of little ups and downs. Not going anywhere. Lots of river stream crossings today. I think there's a couple places where my feet are gonna have to get wet. So, just deal with it. All right. As always, if I see anything interesting, I will grab a picture or some video. But for now, here's what the trail looks like. Well, here's the first significant river stream crossing, and it's not looking very hopeful. So I'm gonna have wet feet in just a couple minutes. Well, no rock hop on this stream either. Just get to wade through this, and there's the white blaze over there. It's about 9:30, and ever since fording that last stream, we've actually been hiking along it. So, it's been probably at least a mile now, maybe more. Lots of trees, but you can see it. And it's been moving along. About 7.5 miles in overall. So I have about 10 left for the day. This isn't too bad, you know, just a lot of roots right now. Earlier there were so many slick rocks. That just isn't fun. Gotta be careful or you're gonna break an ankle. All right, I will pick back up if I see something else interesting. Just thought I'd grab this video, remind myself later on that I was hiking along that stream. Well, I'm in the last couple miles for the day, and in the last climb, and man, the two things have been just bad today. The mud, man, the mud has been bad. It's like, you know, you'll have a couple hundred feet of just, you know, pretty nice trail, and then mud bog. And it's just, you know, slick and no fun to go through. And the mosquitoes today have been ridiculous. I had probably swatted at least 100 away, and I've got stuff on, but they're biting me through my clothes. It's just, yeah, no fun today. But almost done for the day. Couple more miles, and I can rest. All right. And, I mean, there just hasn't been much to see today. It's been forest. And I was next to that river for a while. It's been trees and rocks and roots and mud. All right, well, I will see you in a bit. Here's what the trail looks like. Well, near the secondary peak of that climb, and I get a bit of a view. It's mostly obscured, but it'll have to do. All right, so I'm at Shaw's Hiker Hostel in Monson, Maine, and you know, it's a tradition. You know, you pretty much have to come here. You don't have to. I suppose you could figure out a way to just resupply and move on, but you pretty much have to go through here to move on. They've got a good resupply here, and they can get you into town if you need some. Oh, actually, there's a general store within walking distance if you need something else. I called, and you know, somebody was at the trailhead in 15 minutes to come pick me up and bring me back. So excellent, you know, service from the staff here. I went to dinner with Sully and Virio at the local bar and grill kind of place, and that took way too long because I think they lost our ticket in the kitchen. But the food was good eventually when it got to us, and they had beer on draft, which I'm never going to complain about. So it worked out well. Plan for tomorrow is a 0 here in Monson. I'm going to coordinate with the folks here. What they can do is do a food drop at some point in the 100-mile wilderness. So you don't have to carry all of your food through to Katahdin, Baxter Peak. You can carry enough for like 3 days and then get a resupply in the middle. You just have to set it up and pay for it. I think that money will be well worth it. So you don't have to carry 6 or 7 days worth of food. That would be ridiculous. So we got to coordinate that, actually buy the resupply. Again, they have stuff here on site, or they have a general store nearby I can get if I don't find what I need here. And and then gonna have a big breakfast tomorrow. They do a good breakfast here: pancakes, eggs, bacon, coffee. Pretty good breakfast. And go from there. So that's the plan for tomorrow, is to stay in Monson and then hike out the next day into the wilderness. All right, so thanks to the folks here at Shaw's. Hippie Chick and Poet are the owners, and they actually are Floridians. They live in Florida. When it's not hiker season, they live in Micanopy, which is just outside of Gainesville. So that's where if you're not one of my closer friends, you just happen to find this channel. I went to the University of Florida in Gainesville, and so Micanopy is 10-15 minutes outside of Gainesville. And so it was kind of neat to see, when I said, oh, my trail name is Gator, and I said, like a Florida gator, and Hippie Chick said on the phone, oh, Gainesville. I'm like, well, that's where I went to school. So that was kind of neat to have, to meet someone who knew about that. So thanks to Hippie Chick and Poet, and to Altitude. Altitude came and picked me up from the trailhead and showed me around when I got in. So thank you to all three of them. As always, if you stuck through to the end, I appreciate it. And I'll see you again tomorrow in town.